morning and good evening, everyone. Today, I'm bringing you a new mod for the Xmen vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom Big Blue, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 PCB. This is an initial release of this application that's going to let you change the music on your Arcade1Up menus and also improve the functionality just a little bit. So this is not like a hack or anything, it's actually an external application. This is not an official update or anything, so do this at your own risk. So just to get started, go to your live menu. You're going to press the live button. I have mine on the front of my cab. And you're just going to turn the music off because it's actually not the built-in application that's going to play the music now. And we're going to go to enable USB debugging. So on the other cabs, I have a tutorial for how to get there. Otherwise, you take your external keyboard, which I have connected to the cab PCB, hold Windows, press N, and you're going to go to settings, the little cog there. You're going to click About Tablet. Keep clicking build number until you become a developer, aka...
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Have you tried sticking it up your arse?
I guess just side loading an application on Android to work with it. So you can go to Developer Options and go to USB debugging, enable that, press OK. Just in case you accidentally don't accept it with your PC when a screen comes up.
What the hell we gonna do now?
You're gonna have to go to this revoke USB debug authorizations. I wouldn't click it right now, but just in case you have a problem, and then you have to kind of like cycle the USB debug. So it's just a troubleshooting tip. Now that you've enabled USB debugging, I have my PC already connected. Otherwise, you might need to do a 5-second trick the first time you run it. And I've enabled some USB filters on the arcade cabinet when you run the driver, so you won't even need to worry about the 5 seconds. So my neighbor's playing music. So my neighbors were pretty noisy. I had to stop and reconfigure everything. So I'm going to have a link in the description of the video, and you're going to go to GitHub and you can download this zip file. Once you've downloaded it, you right click and you extract it. But another thing you're going to want to do is get any MP3 file that you want to place as the background. The one that I'm using today is by 8beats VGM. I really like his ironically Wolverine theme. On the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet from Arcade1Up, it's got the classic
I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
that gets very old. I also listened to the original Wolverine quite a lot. I had a video where I did a little bit of a joke about this.
I actually like it. I don't hate it. It's Wolverine's theme from Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes. It does get a little bit tiring, like, it's better to fight to this song than to turn the cab on to this song. Just my opinion. Outside of that, there's these sound effects, like this punching sound that was driving me so crazy. I pretty much turned it off in the options. Then I realized I should change it. And what I did was make it sound like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
So at least here we can change the music to what we want it to be. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to just extract all for this zip file. I'm not going to make you sit through all that. So once you're in the extracted files, and you need to extract all of them, it's very important. Don't just extract one file by accident or be open in the zip. That happens a lot when people aren't familiar with zip files for some reason. But you're going to take your MP3 file, you're going to drag it in, you're going to just drop it in there. And so see that MP3 file's there? It's important to have the one that you want, not have like multiple, otherwise it'll just upload a random MP3 file, and that's going to be the one because this is just a prototype first version. I am working on other things already, but this one lets you pick one MP3 file that's going to loop in the menus. There is a how-to and a README that will tell you everything you need to know about this. Sorry. You're going to right-click Install Final Burn Mango, and you are going to run it as an administrator, and it's going to do everything you need. You don't need to do any weird installs. It's going to maybe prompt you to install the driver if it's your first time. So that might take a second. You're just going to feel free to accept that. So I'm going to press OK. enter, I should get a USB debug prompt. And this thing will actually walk you through all the steps if this is your first time. So just so you know. So I see my device now. I'm going to press enter to confirm the installation. And I see my device. So I'm going to press enter to confirm. And you'll see it says installing Final Burn Mango, performing a streamed install. Now, enables the driver, does a few things. So important here, you're going to need your PC mouse again to do that, but you have to enable this. Like, if you don't, the application is not going to know what screen you're on. And since this is an external application, I'm not doing any hacking or anything weird here. It's just Android. It needs to know where you are to figure out when to stop and start the music. So you're going to click Final Burn Mango, and click that, and then you're going to make sure that's flagged on. And then you can escape. And then you'll see another driver prompt to allow it to access media because you're playing music from your drive now that just got put on the cab. And so as soon as you do that, you see I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I'm playing a rearrangement of the Wolverine mix. By the way, I'd really recommend that guy's channel that's doing the remixes. He also has a Patreon. No relation, I just really liked the specific remixes. So one thing you're going to notice that's new, that wasn't the case before. If you go to online game and you're seeing these menus, the music doesn't get interrupted. X-Men Street Fighter's dead. Let's go to Marvel vs. Capcom. I could bother someone, but as you can see, nothing is affected. I'm just gonna go watch a game maybe. Oh, you can close the console once that's done. You just type exit. So, alright, we're just watching some games now. So we just saw a game. Gonna leave. And I'm gonna turn off. Turn on. And by the way, I have a script, push MP3 to cab for Mongo.
Let's rock!
And you can pretty much change the MP3 that you have in your folder, then run that as an administrator, and it'll upload that MP3 file. And so you see, you restart your cab, and you get that back. That's pretty much it. This is just an initial release. Shout out to Doobie Scholar and everybody who helped with the previous mods, with testing and supporting this channel and also checking this out. Thank you so much, and see you next time.